Well, at least he didn't get traded to the Yankees.
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
What is poppin', y'all? It is your man, Cloutboy Bales. Welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports, where today we don't have the greatest news for us Brewer fans, but unfortunately this one stings just a little bit. Unfortunately, the Brewers decided to make a trade. We decided to move on from Josh Hader. He was supposed to be a free agent in 2023. Obviously, next year was his arbitration year, so if we would have had to trade him, it would have had to been done, obviously, this year. So, of course, thankfully, it has been taken. Obviously, it has been taking place. But yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit. I was a little bit shook with the news. I obviously found out when I was driving home today. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. But what we got back in return actually was pretty decent, I'll be honest. You know, and I'm actually thinking that we might have actually won this trade, not because we lost Hader, but because we got so many prospects in return. Two of which are actually ranked, will be ranked number 8 and 9 on the top 30 of whatever, I can't remember the name of the list. But this obviously builds up for the future of the franchise. First off, thank you, Josh Hader, for all the countless memories. Obviously, he had that immaculate inning. He broke records after records, and he is currently, of course, he ends up having the 15th most strikeouts in Brewers history. He has second most saves in Brewers history. I wish he would have broke that record, but keep in mind, if it wasn't for COVID, he would have probably broken that record. So, I honestly, that record is his. I mean, I think we all know that for a fact. But thank you for everything, Josh Hader. Obviously, you've been a huge, crucial part to this offense, and obviously it's going to be weird seeing you in another uniform, but hey, I guess it is what it is. It's business. Obviously, we got to move on from that. So, of course, the Brewers had to make a trade, and we did get a lot in return. So, the first name that came in the trade was Taylor Rogers. He was the Padres closer. He actually was second. Hader had the most saves in baseball this year. Taylor Rogers was second in saves this year. He has been closing games for the Padres this season, and obviously similarly to Hader this season. He started really good and then started to struggle. His ERA is currently 4.35, and you know, he is going to be a free agent after the season. So my guess on how he'll fit in is he is going to be likely. He will likely be I think coming in the 8th inning. I think Devin Williams will be closing games with the way he's just been playing lately, and I think obviously that is tremendous for him. The other guy that we got was Dinelson Lamet. He was a former top prospect. He has had a lot of trouble staying healthy this season. He hasn't done much this season because his ERA is over 9 or something like that. But obviously a lot of it had to do with health, so you haven't seen much of him this year. But last year he had an ERA of 4.40 with a 3.94 FIP. Lots of potential there with this one, but when healthy, I think he can be a huge contributor. We'll see how the Brewers fit him in. Then we got these two prospects that I think are actually going to be huge deals. Robert Gasser, he was the first prospect of the deal. He was a competitive round pick last year by the Padres. In 90.1 innings pitched, he has 4.18 ERA and a 3.27 FIP at a high 8 Fort Wayne. Obviously, we do not have a good farm system when it comes to pitchers, but this is a really good deal, and I think that, you know, Starnes was saying that he thinks that he is one of the best prospect pitchers out there, so that does say a lot in Stearns believing in his people, so I think it's going to be fantastic. So obviously, I think that this is a great acquisition for the Brewers. The other guy was Esteury Ruiz. He's probably one of the most interesting pieces of this deal. He is the only offensive player on this thing. He plays outside fielder, of course. So of course he's in the outfield. Obviously, they could switch him around, and even the Brewers think that we could actually see him coming off the. I think will be in AAA. So possibly, since we are low at these positions, we could possibly see him. He has been killing the baseball in the minors this year, posting a 3.33 slash line between AA and AAA this year. He is incredibly fast and has 60 stolen bases this year, and also could come up this year to play center field, as I said before. Most importantly, I think this is great because, one, you got this guy that you can come up, and two, Jackson Chourio, who I've just randomly heard of not until yesterday, is right now the number 3 prospect at only 18 years old. And he's already at AAA. Apparently this guy's going to be good. So I think the future of this team really relies in maybe some of these prospects. Gasser and Ruiz, I think, can definitely be some great guys. Because the Padres have really good prospects. And the fact that we were able to get them was absolutely fantastic. On the other hand, Josh Hader, I guess the only things that did suck was when he did give up the runs to Juan Soto in the wild card game and the Freddie Freeman home run, but I'm not necessarily thinking that it's going to be a big deal, but I think if he ends up becoming a huge piece for the Padres in the playoffs, that'd be fantastic. They got the closer that they needed. At least it's not the Yankees or someone in our division, but obviously I'm happy for Hader. I'm still going to be a fan of him because I always was, but I guess business is business, and I guess we just got to move on from that. So, of course, Brewers play the Pirates on the road. Good news also is Freddie Peralta is returning, so that's some fantastic news. He should be returning at some point this week, so that's some fantastic news that you could also get to. And, of course, there's going to be more news coming probably maybe tonight or tomorrow because the trade deadline is coming up. Hopefully we get another offensive bat. That's my goal. Trey Mancini was traded to Houston, which could be a good thing because we have a high interest in Josh Bell. Houston was a team interested in Bell, and now I think we are the standout front people, so maybe we'll get Bell. Maybe we'll get someone in the outfield. Don't know what will happen, but there's a lot of season left to play. So, anyways, if you like what you see, subscribe below and comment with your thoughts. And as always, go Brewers. We will miss you, Josh Hader. Thank you for everything you've done for the team for the last 5 years. Alrighty then. Go Brewers. We will see you next time.